G'day guys, how you doing? Firmbie with you, and welcome back to Car Mechanic 2015. Hey, it's great to have your company. Thanks for dropping by. Look, I just wanted to jump back into the garage this afternoon and just do a little bit more work on the old girl here, on the Ctn Rye Custom. And I thought, well, what the hell? I'll live stream it. And for those who want to drop by, fantastic. Those who don't, just want to listen, that's fine as well. But as I said, I just wanted to come in and do a little bit of work on the old girl. From the last time we did some work on it, I was saying that I was going to do a lot of this stuff off camera, but thought, well, while I'm here, I might as well live stream it. Ctn Rye's here already. Wow, you are Mr. Efficient, my friend. He's having the worst day in warships, managing just to have a 40% win rate. Wow. You are very quick off the mark, my friend, and I don't know why that chat window's not coming up. Let's have a quick look at here. It should in fact be coming up. Like it is. It is, yes. Good. Let's get back to the garage. Yeah, as I was saying, yeah, you're very quick off the mark there, Ctn Rye. I only just finished doing my intro, and you're right in the chat there. So yeah, thanks for dropping by. I certainly do appreciate it, man. I actually watched your New Mexico replay yesterday. Very impressive indeed. I'm a bit partial to the old New Mex. You're literally just sitting here playing some French baguettes. Yes. Those squishy ones. Those ones that are made out of tissue paper. Yeah. I'm not a fan, to be honest. But, you know, it's one of those lines you've got to work through, I suppose. Well, that's very true. Since your win rate is so low, you might as well. Yeah, fair call too. Need another one of those. Room Richard. Yeah, right. 10% off your overall win rate. Yeah, my win rate's pretty abysmal. I stopped looking at those stats, to be honest. It's just it gets depressing. Just go in and to enjoy the game these days. Perhaps that's the wrong way to look at it, but I don't know, it does your head in when you look at too many numbers, I think. Headlights or the tail lights we're after? Tail lights. Actually, left tail light to begin with. Let's do that first. Left tail light. And left and right headlight. Right fender, Ctn Rye custom front right fender. Front right door. Trunk. Clutch plates, we've got any of those. Floor wheels. I know we haven't got any. Actually, we might have gearboxes. Gearbox of V8 OHV. Okay. Gearbox V8 OHV. Cam gear. Cam gear V8 OHV. One of those. FX Boss, great to have your company in chat there as well. Thank you very much for dropping by. Do appreciate your company. Will Car Mechanic Simulator 18 definitely be out on the 28th? That's a $1,000 question, and I wish I had a definite 100% God's truth answer for you, my friend. That's what Steam is telling us, the 28th. That's all I can go by. But look, they have come out and said that it was going to be released on one date, and they reneged on that promise. They came out and said that it was going to be released on another date. They reneged on that promise. So, look, all I can say is, look, I truly hope so. But, you know, we're on the third time lucky, mate. So, we can just hope and pray that it does. But, I mean, at the end of the day, the longer and longer they leave it, the more and more damage they're doing to the servers. I mean, I know it's not Playway's fault. I think that's an important thing to realise. It's not Playway that's put on the strings here. It's the you know, Playway trying to get their game onto Steam. But look, at the end of the day, I don't know. I would like to think so, and that's what they're telling us, and that's all like the information I can put forward is information I get on currently on Playway and Steam's account. Bearing. Now there's actually that have done the Del Rey custom before. There is a lot of custom parts you can put in the Del Rey custom, rather performance parts you can put in the Del Rey custom. I've suited one of those up before to maxed out its performance. This particular one we won't. Why? Just because. Pretty much. Two middles. Okay, let's start with middles. Exhaust. Middle exhaust, wasn't it? Two of those. What I can say, they're yeah, very good point too, FX Boss. You know that I'm with you on that one. I wish they would release it and then add the 2 languages in the update. I actually did post a video a couple of hours ago, to be honest. Basically, there's a post from Playway on their Facebook account saying that the languages, they've already added those, and they alleging that it's no longer a problem. They've tested it 5 or 6 times, I think they said, and they're alleging that it's no longer a problem. But yeah, I'm with you on that one. They should have just released it and had the 2 languages as an update. But who knows what actually goes on the back end? I mean, look, I can see their point. They spent you know, months and months making this game. What they reckon, 60 months, 80 months, whatever it was, and they delayed it by a week. So in the scheme of things, it's only a drop in the ocean. But from a consumer point of view, if you're promised a product on a certain date and you don't deliver it, and then you promise it on another date and you don't deliver it, your consumers start to get a little bit pissed off, quite honestly. So look, I think the argument can go both sides of the fence. Force-Bite V8 OHV. really at the end of the day, those who play Car Mechanic, whether it's 14, 15, My Summer Car, those who are looking forward to Car Mechanic 18, we can all whinge and complain and bitch as much as we want. Those who want the game, we're going to buy it anyway, aren't we? So, you know, are we being hypocritical to the company? That, you know, we bitch and complain that, you know, we don't get a product when they tell us that they're going to deliver a product, but we buy it anyway when it eventually comes out. So, I don't know. You be the judge on that one. Cylinders, we've got a lot of those, so we don't need that. Brake shoes, we've got a heap of those, don't need that. Brake drums, so we want 2 drum, 2 ventilator, 2 discs. Sorry, 2 drum, 2 ventilator, 2 pads. Drum, 2 pads, 2 ventilators. Mr. Demon Waffles, glad to have you in the chat there, brother. Fantastic to have you by. Great to see you again. I was just saying to the other gentlemen in chats that yeah, a bit of a casual day today. Just swung by the mechanic shop just to clean up some of these parts that are laying around in my inventory, and I thought, look, I might as well throw it up on live there, and those of you who want to pop by, it'd be fantastic. But yeah, it's great to have you on chat, in chat once again. I appreciate your company. We're just having a bit of a discussion in regards to 2018, as most car mechanic enthusiasts would be doing this time of, you know, at this stage, in regards to its release, its non-release, its when we, you know, what should have, could have, and would have happened. But I mean, there's that many videos out with that many opinions in regards to what they should have, could have, and would have done. But you know, there is a lot of angry people out there, don't get me wrong, and an argument could be made with that they are rightfully so. New bolt. So we've got all those are there. 1, 2, 3, 4 U-bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, hello, what do you got? Okay, well, those who are just in chat, I've just been joined by a special guest, to be honest. It's
come on.
Oh, you go play it. You go play with your key, because talking on the computer. We're in fact live, T. Don't you just love those surprise visits by the relatives? It's just, look at my grandson. He come in to see what Pop was doing. And he come in to show me his new cars. New toy cars, like little Matchbox cars. Leaf spring. Standard leaf spring. Now, I would not be surprised if he decides to just walk in and out, so you may find that I'll start having a two-way conversation with someone you might not hear, but and that's in fact who it is, who it would be. FX box, even though they delay the game, I'm still going to play it for more than 100 hours. Yeah, fair point too. Yeah, there's a lot of people that actually fall into that that category as well. Got a motorbike? Okay. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. The FX box, you know, once it is released and we'll get our hands on it, then I mean, guaranteed we're just going to play the living crap out of it. For those who are passionate about these particular type of games, then without a doubt, and that's what I'm saying is that for all the bitching and complaining that we do as consumers, we're still going to buy it, and we're still going to enjoy it. Has it left a bit of a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths? Certainly. Will we think twice about buying a Playway game? Nah, probably not. So all this crap that a lot of people are just flying around on the internet, you know, on the forums and Facebook pages and Twitter and what have you. All this crap that the people flinging around. Well, you know, 2 weeks later, the dust will settle and we'll be playing the game and you know, we will be no different. So. You're right. We will be putting a lot of hours into it. Rubber bushes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 4. That's unusual. Let's go rubber. No, a couple too many there, but it doesn't matter. What car are you most hyped about in 2018 DLC and car games? I honestly don't know. That's a very good question. I'm just hyped about the game in general. There's that many improvements that I've read that you know, it's like a little kid at Christmas. There's going to be that many bells and whistles that you're going to be looking at, and you think, oh wow, something shiny. I don't think we're really going to know which way we're going to be turning, to be honest. So, look, whether it's the junkyard finds, what was the other one? Barnyard finds, the modding component of it, the engine liftings, the spray painting, separate parts, warehouse storage. Look, there's a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, you haven't even spoke about the photorealistic gameplay either, but there's a whole bunch of stuff. As I said, we're just going to look at it and go, what am I looking at? And, you know, not going to know which way to turn for the first, you know, 10, 15 hours. So I haven't got a favourite car that I'm most hyped about at the moment, to be honest. I'm just hyped about the game in general. Springs and front cap and 2 Bs. Two springs, caps, and 2 Bs. No, we'll go with those then. Oops. Front end links, that's the one we want. Doink and a doink. Spring, cap, B. Oh, we're getting there. Front steering knuckle B. I wonder if we've got any front, we have got a couple of Bs. We don't need that one, we don't need that one, because we've got spares, and a short front suspension cross member. I don't think we've got any shorts. What have we got here? We have. Ding, ding, ding. I want a chicken dinner. We've got 3 of them. Get that one. Front sway bar. Falling front sway bars. Sway bar. What I will say, and that's probably as good a segue as any, to be honest, there, Mr. Demon Waffles, is that I plan to live stream as soon as it got released. I mentioned that quite a few times, and then of course it didn't come to the release date. Didn't come to the release date. Now it's targeting for the 28th, and unfortunately, and that's what I was just saying in my video I released a couple of hours ago, is that come the 28th, I can't be at my computer. I won't say where I'll be, but basically real life stuff is going to prevent me from making content as soon as it comes out, and I'm quite disappointed in the fact that I can't do that and provide that for you. But rest assured, as soon as I get back from doing what I need to do, I will be producing as much content as I possibly can. Coming out for PS4 at the same time as PC. I did not know that. That's actually fantastic for the PS4 players. I know they do miss out on a fair bit, you know, PC Master Race and all that, and PS4 players almost feel like the second cousin or the ugly sister, so to speak. That, you know, they always tend to miss out or they get, you know, second dibs at games. So it's awesome. Again, credit to them that they decide to support PS4 at the same time as PC. I'm not a PS4 player myself. I haven't played a console game for, well, quite some time, to be honest, many years. But I did actually start on console, as a lot of people have. Shock Absorber B. Rear axle knuckle housing B. Now familiar. Rear axle knuckle housing Bs. We've got two of those, so we can keep. Be right back, said Mr. Demon Waffles. No problem at all, mate. As I said, you know, come and go as you please. As I said, very casual this afternoon. The idea was just to get on for half an hour to an hour. I didn't actually expect to have visitors turn up, to be blatantly honest, but that's the beauty about relatives. They tend to show up whenever they want. Double wishbone shock absorber is the next one. So don't be surprised if we have a visitor just come in and out of the room and just add some vocals to the stream just for giggles. But, I mean, he is good value, don't get me wrong, and he's interesting nonetheless. We were down the playground yesterday, so that was fun. FX Boss, when the game FX Boss, beg your pardon, when the game comes out, you can build a Trans Am. Okay. You want him to build a tranny in the Trans. You got a mind like I have there, Captain Rye. Yeah, we tend to go for the lowest common denominator, don't we? Rocker arms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 16 rocker arms, that makes sense. I think that's all of them. What's the other one we need? Push rods, wasn't it? 16 of those. Don't have to even count those. Push rods. About that many. This is going to be your first car mechanic sim game. Okay. Well, fantastic. Welcome to the car sim genre. No, that's awesome. So you've obviously not got 14 or 15 there, Mr. Demon Waffles. 2, 4, 6, 8. I mean, if you haven't, bear with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What I was alluding to there, Mr. Demon Waffles, if you haven't got 15 and you're half thinking about it, then obviously with 18 coming out, 15 is going to be dirt cheap. So I haven't looked at it recently, but about a week ago, question mark, week and a half ago, is that they had it out on a bundle, 15 out on a bundle, the game plus a shit ton of DLCs. So look, if you want 15, then now is the time to buy it, because they often put them, may have put it out in the bundle just to start getting that turnover of sales for 15. Fill to fill tank. Fill tank. Tank. What's my favourite car in 15? Asks FX Boss. Well, strangely enough, the one I'm working on now. Euro Custom, it's called. I mean, as you can see, we're halfway through this full restoration. We've already done the body. I've got a fully here's one I prepared earlier. If I could find the little critter. Euro Custom. Ding ding. I'll pull it out so you can have a look at it. Do I know about the multiplayer in 2018? I've heard a vicious rumour that there will be a multiplayer option in 2018. I don't know whether that's actually it's going to be implemented straight off the bat. Again, vicious rumour. Don't take it with a grain of salt. That multiplayer 2018 would be an update later on. Again, vicious rumour, taken with a grain of salt, but yeah, I'm really looking for. That's one of the things I really need in these Calm Sims is multiplayers, without a doubt. I mean, your Farm Sims multiplayers, your Farm Sims are multiplayers. Your Truck Sims are multiplayers. Your Euro Truck, American Truck, those sort of things, they're all multiplayers. Why can't these be? So as soon as they implement it, look, I'm there. I'll be bouncing over to other people's channels. I'll be bouncing over to other people's garages just to help people out. And that's really something I really get off on, is helping people out. Whether it's in game, whether it's with I wouldn't say technical issues, but I'm not a technical person. But if there's anything that I can help people with, whether as an in game, whatever, I'm there, sort of thing. So I just wanted to show you this Delray customer. I suit this one up quite quite significantly, you might say. And that's with all the performance parts. It's one I've got. One of those that's sitting in the garage. 520 horsepower, quarter mile in 12.5 seconds. And that's the carburetor tuning. You do that at your dyno wear there. But as I was saying, that's one I prepared earlier. Go back into parking and keep collecting dust as we continue on with these car builds. Look, if there's anything in particular that you want me to do, guys, I'm just sitting here doing these parts, as I was saying, to go back into the Delray. But if you'd prefer to see repairs, if you prefer to see me go over the strippers, look, just let me know in chat. But I'm just happy to sit here and talk away as I do these parts, if that's what you'd prefer to see. I know there's a heap of pistons. I don't know whether we haven't got any spares. 2, 4, 6, 8. That makes sense, being an 8 cylinder. Again, we're going with the non-performance parts this time round. If I was going to keep it, I certainly would have gone with performance parts, but this girl was recommended Yesterday. I beg your pardon. We went over to purchase a recommendation out of the auction. This one was too good of a value to go past, so I bought it. Did the other restoration for the viewer, and we're just tidying this one up, as I said, because it was just such good value at the time. What else we got? Need to buy what? No, well, we got a couple of those air filter bases, but a couple of those. Anyway, it is what it is. Let's go ignition. So ignition distributor is our next contestant. Ignition distributor. There, ignition wires for a V8. Ignition wires for a V8. Oh, of course you can, man. Mr. Demon Waffles 09 says, can we see all of your cars? He's a recent sub, so you didn't get to see any but the Delray. Of course you can. Not a problem at all. Well, first of all, I want to thank you for your recent sub. To be honest, there, Mr. Demon Waffles, is that yeah, I really appreciate you dropping by and you know, enjoying the same game as that we all enjoy. So I'll tell you what, let's go visit the parking. Now you have to exclude the loading screen here. That's one of my let's call it a pet peeve, is that in this day and age there really should be no need for such a long loading screen. You like my content? Thank you very much. I appreciate the feedback, and whether it's good, bad, or otherwise, feedback in general, I appreciate. And obviously, it's a lot nicer when it's you know, nice, positive feedback. But at the end of the day, if it's not, if it is constructive feedback, it should be taken in that way. And I'm always open for constructive feedback, but yeah, the positive stuff is nice as well. Now that's as I was saying, one of the unfortunate things in regards to 2015 is these ludicrously long loading screens. What we might do is instead of going into each car park is pull them out and have a look at them. Very true, FX, is that hopefully the loading screens won't be as long in 2018. Absolutely right. Hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood. I don't know, throw salt over your shoulder, rub the belly of a Buddha, whatever your good luck charm is. I would go and do that. Okay, so there's this is just one of the rooms of the car parking. We'll just flick through these fairly quickly, but when they're in the car park here, you can't actually spin around them or pop the hood or pop the doors or anything. So I think that's why next car park we get to is we'll drag them out one by one and have a quick look at them, just so that you're able to cast your eye over the different varieties and classes of cars in 2015. All of these are in fact fully restored. Not all of them have performance parts, but they are fully restored. They're all been purchased from the auctions, completely ripped apart, repaired, replaced, put back together. Most of them have paint jobs, not too many have the original paint. Some of them do, but back to garage, here we go. Some of them have the original paint, but generally if I pull them out and do a full restoration, then I'd give them a custom paint job as well. Well, Captain Rye, I just read that, and I would expect nothing less from you, my friend. Look, those in chat who don't know Captain Rye, a good mate of mine, he plays a lot of World of Warships, a very experienced captain indeed. If you want to learn a little bit about World of Warships, how the mechanics, what ships to play, how to play it, you definitely want to go over and check out Captain Rye's channel. He does some awesome reviews on and some awesome gameplays on World of Warships. FX, all your cars look awesome. Thank you very much. Well, that was car parking A. That was the 6 cars that are sitting in car parking A, and of course we've got B, C, D, E, and we've actually started on F. Once you get down to sort of this type of area of car parking, I bought that 2 weeks ago. $200,000. Thank you very much. Now I don't know, car parking G. What's this? 300? There you go. 300k for another car park. This one would be 400k. So they're not cheap critters in any stretch of the imagination. Delray custom we looked at. Delray Imperator I can drag out. I'm pretty sure they'll only allow us to drag out a couple of cars at a time. Yeah. I've got obviously 3 cars at a time, the one we're working on. Imperator. I've done quite a number of these here. 90k car value, 345 horsepower. There's the specs for it down there. V8. Awesome looking car, that one. These are nice too. Just nice, soft, clean lines on the Secura GT20s. Painted this one black. Why? Because I can, pretty much. Bit of a look around for you. We'll sit down inside. A bit of a look inside. Yeah, see, this is actually quite strange for me because the steering wheel, it's on the wrong side. What are you doing to me, guys? Of course, here in Australia, our steering wheel's on the other side, so it's a strange concept to hop on in that side and the steering wheel to be there. But there's the motor there. Well, they GT20s, I think they're straight 6s off the top of my head, 6-cylinder. It's on the correct side, you're just weird. Yeah, I know. Oh, I'm hearing you. Yeah, we're all a little bit weird here. No, I don't want to do that. We want to go parking. We're all a little bit weird here down under. You flush a toilet, it goes the wrong way. You hop in the car, the steering wheel's on the wrong side. We eat Vegemite and toast and ride kangaroos to work. If you don't mind, how old am I? Probably old enough to know better, to be honest. Put it this way, I've been gaming for 30 something years. 33 years I've been gaming for. Not online gaming, because obviously we're talking about gaming pre-internet, but that gives you some idea. To be gaming sort of for that sort of time frame. I mean, I've only been online gaming for, gee, I don't know, 10 years or something like that. But yes, my gaming life, I suppose you call that, it started all those many years ago. Well, put it this way, if I've got a grandson, you do the maths. What do I actually have left? I want to go by condition. Oh, I still got a metric shit ton of parts to find. 42. Actually, that wasn't a bad guess. I think you're being very conservative and a bit polite, to be honest, but that's a very good guess. But yeah, certainly mid 40s. But thank you for the compliment anyway. I wish I was 42 again, but thank you again for that. Hopefully I, as we all do, hopefully we don't sound our age, heaven forbid. Radiators, some of those. Radiator fan V8 OHV. Radiators. Oop, wrong part. Section. Yes, you are correct there, Captain Rye. Yep, you are correct. But at the end of the day, I don't like to look at it as an age per se. If we use gaming analogy, I'd rather like to call it a level. So I've reached level 47 in the game of life. I've got 47 years of experience. Surely you can give me that. Level 47. You're good at guessing numbers, except a lot of numbers. Well, I can give you the big tip. If you can guess a lot of numbers, I'm going to be your new best friend. Like, more to the point, if you can guess a lot of numbers, you'll have a whole bunch of new friends. I'll give you the big tip. Crank. Bearing caps. I would have thought we'd have a few of those. Bearing cap. How many we want? 3? 2. 2 of the bearing caps we want. Bearing cap 1, 2 of those critters. So say we all. Yes, exactly right. Exactly right. Mr. Demon Waffles, I'm too young to play the lotto. Or drive, for that matter. Oh well, don't rush things, my friend. You'll get there eventually. Life will pass you by out of a blink of an eye. Up there, do it. And you'll turn around and think, well, where did that 10 years just go? Enjoy it while you can, my friend. Crankshaft pulley V8 OHV. And if your parents or grandparents or your people that you live with, if they're saying, you know, enjoy school while you can, and these are the best years of your life, and you think, oh look, you know, you don't know what you're talking about, you know, school sucks, university sucks, you know, whatever you're doing in life at the moment, leave you me. There will be a time that you look back and think, shit, they were right, you know. I had more fun back then than I do now as an adult. Sometimes you just don't want to adult. I don't know about you, but sometimes I just... Okay, hands up, who's with me? I'm taking my crayons and going and play in my treehouse. I don't want to adult sometimes. Water pump fully. Have you done any videos on Sims 4? I have not. No. Excuse me. Cappuccino's going down. Funny. Haven't really been into the those Sims, although I have played them. I've probably spent 4, 5, 6 hours something on the Sims games when they first come out back in the day, originally, but never stayed into them, to be honest. Don't know why. I tend to play a game for 2, 3, 4 hours. If it doesn't grab me within that sort of time frame, then I'll put it down and look. Occasionally I'll pick it up again, but very rarely. If it doesn't grab me within those 2, 3, 4 hours, then as far as I'm concerned, I've committed enough time to it. I'm not playing something I don't enjoy playing. I don't drive. I don't have license, but I'm old enough to drink. That's all that you should care about. But having said that, in your neck of the woods, Captain Rye, your drinking age is 21, if I'm not mistaken. You can correct me if I'm mistaken, but I think in your neck of the woods it is 21. Over here it's 18. Well, you know, officially it's 18. What before to forget OHB. Guaranteed most Australians will be drinking way before that. Oil pan. I think I've got. We have a lot of oil pans or oil. Why isn't that coming up? Oh no, they were filter bases, wasn't it? Oil pan V8 OHV. Oil pan V8 OHV. Yes, yeah, that's what I thought. It is 21 over there. Yeah, there's air filter bases that I was mistakenly off. Engine heads. Engine head V8 OHV. Engine block. Engine head cover. We actually want an engine head for a V8 OHV. Block, engine head, engine head for a V8 OHV. We need 2 of those, don't we? I'll tell you what, I'm just going to get rid of that, just in case. But I'm pretty sure we'll need a secondary V8 OHV engine head. In fact, I'm not sure that we'll go and buy one. Engine head for a engine head V8 OHV. Here we go. Inventory, engine head cover B, engine head cover A and B. Engine head cover A and B. Engine head cover A, V8 OHV. Engine head cover B, V8 HP. In America it's 21, but you're never too young to drink. You have to be 21 to purchase beer. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, or to purchase alcohol in general. Yeah, as I was saying, it's 18 over here to purchase alcohol, but I can guarantee that everyone drinks way before they're 18. Almost if it's a rite of passage, to be honest. Have you heard about Gas Monkey Garage? I have not. No, you can tell me all about it if you like. I've not heard of it. You love that show. Oh, it's a show, is it? Have you heard the Gas Monkey Garage? I have not heard of that. I thought you were talking about it being a game, but if it's a show, that's interesting. Cover V8 OHV. Cover. Plumbing chain. In WA state, you can legally drink on private property at any. Okay, that's interesting. You can drink on private property at any age, as long as their parents are present and the property doesn't have a liquor license. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know what the official ruling here is to be in regards to alcohol consumption on a private, on a private residence. I mean, technically, underage drinking is underage drinking, but I think most officers, most policemen would, unless the party's gone absolutely, chaotic and crowds are going mental and there's riots in the streets, then generally they turn a blind eye to it, pretty much. And as long as people are semi-responsible to a point, and as I said, not spilling out on the road and causing public disturbances and all that type of fun stuff, then they can pretty well. Even the few times back in the day when we used to have a lot of parties here, is that cops would come around and say, look guys, your music's a bit loud, crank down your music, and there'd be underage drinkers everywhere, and that would say, yeah, no worries officers, and turn your music down, and they'll be on their way. So I hope that 18 does have a Ferrari DLC. So do I, to be honest. I'm looking forward to all these new cars. Seattle represent. Yes, Seattle does represent, Captain Rye. Round air filter, 1 carb. Round air filter, 1 carburetor. Come on, baby. There we go. Bit of a loading glitch there. Serpentine belt A and serpentine belt B. Serpentine belt A. Serpentine belt A for V8 OHV. Serpentine belt B for V8 OHV. And a round air filter, 1 carb. I don't know whether it's my game that's glitching out or the I'm just looking over, and Steam quality wise still seems okay. I'm sure your guys would chime in if the stream is dropping out for any silly reason. I think it's actually the game, to be honest. It must be, and that doesn't surprise me. If the missus are on the wireless and the daughter's on the wireless, then it probably would get a little bit laggy. See, those loading screens is just a little bit slower than what I would expect them to be. But yeah, if they're in the other room on the interwebs, then that would account for it. So yep, take no notice of me. I think it's my end, to be honest. People jumping on and looking up crap. All parts to 100%, so we're just about in a position to start whacking those parts in. Mr. Zeman Waffles, it's awesome. I had to read twice there. I thought it read it's awful. It's awesome here, excellent. And that's really what I'm searching for. Is you should be getting at least you should be getting 1080 in your neck of the woods at 30 FPS, to be honest. Drop frames is next is 3/5 on F4, so I'm fine there. So as I said, you should be getting 1080 if you wanted to view it at 1080. I've said it before and I'll say it again, still only fairly new to this streaming bizzo, so if there's anything that I have missed, settings I should be looking at, I don't know, refresh rates, bit rates, I don't know, compression rate, all those fun stuffs, all those different features that I've got no idea what I'm doing in OBS. If there's something in there that you say, oh look Firmbie, you should have that on, it'll give you a far superior stream or far superior quality result, then I am all ears. Some people say, oh look, you compress it down to 720, record it in 1080 and then and compressor 720, and others saying no, don't do that, and others saying, oh, this is the better bit rate, and yeah, I don't know. Unless someone tells me, I don't know. Hope Steam gives us another discount for 2018. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I haven't mentioned that at all today. Heard a vicious rumor. I've looked on Steam and I couldn't find it myself, but someone was telling me that in your inventory, if you've got either Car Mechanic 14 or 15, when you go to buy 18, allegedly, that it will give you a 10% discount on the purchase of 18. That's a vicious rumor that I've heard, that you'll get a discount on 2018 if you've already got 14 or 15. Drag retails and weeklies. Drag retails and wheelies in 2018. Okay, hashtag can't spell. With you now. Neither can I, my friend. And I don't know whether you heard that in the background. That's my phone going off. Someone's. I bet you I know who that is tweeting me. Wooden Spoon, is that you? He often does this. Is that I haven't looked yet, but I'm guessing that's Wooden Spoon. He'll often see me live, and then start retweeting me, so my phone will go off during the stream. So he's a cunning little critter from the UK. So you know, let's say no more. Wooden Spoon, I like giving him a hard time. FX Boss, when I rebuild a car, I start to rebuild at the front of the car and then work my way to the other side. That's not a bad way of doing it all. Yep, I like the way you think. And that's the beauty about something like this. You can, well, hate to be blunt, but do it however you like. There's absolutely no right or wrong way. And if someone tells you, look, you're doing it wrong, well, tell them to you know, go away nicely. Because if you choose to do it, you know, you choose to do it whatever the way you want. If you want to pull all the parts off and then repair all the parts and then put them all back on, that's fine. If you want to take one part off, especially on the early days, if you want to take one part off, walk, where are we? Take one part off, walk all the way over here to the computer, buy new parts just for one part, walk all the way back. If that's what you're into, if that's what you enjoy, you like the exercise, knock yourself out. Who am I to tell you how to play the game? Although one thing I will say is that, especially on the early days, if you want to save walking back and forth from the computer, and you don't like the exercise, like I don't, is to invest in the tablet pretty early in the game. By investing in that tablet, though, you would have seen me purchase the parts a little bit early. By investing in that tablet, just saves walking back and forth to that computer to buy those parts. Bring the tablet up and purchase the parts via the tablet. The other thing that catches a lot of people out too, that on this front suspension cross member, there's 4 of these rubber bushes. Now, if you're ever doing a restoration or a repair for that matter, and you'll find that you're missing a part and it comes up with rubber bushes, then yeah, check that area. There's 4 on the cross member there, and an additional 4, well, when we get to it, down on the rear axle as well. So they are the large bushes, so yeah, they often will catch people out. And there's 2 additional small ones too. I'll remind me to point those out to when we get back down the rear and get that rear axle on and rear suspension parts on. What's your favourite real life car? Mine is a 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner. Oh, that's a very good question. Yeah, by all means, everyone chime in as to what their favourite IRL car is. Oopsie. That's probably why I play Car Mechanic in the first place, is because IRL I know almost diddly squat about cars, to be honest. Sorry, those of our international viewers, diddly squat means nothing. Zip, zilch. 3/5 of NAFL. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, in IRL, in regards to cars, petrol goes in one end and the key goes in the other. That's it. Being that blunt, but if there's a problem with my car IRL, that's where it goes to the mechanics. What do I pay a mechanic for? Here, Mr. Mechanic, there's a problem with it, you fix it. What's that going to cost me? I mean, obviously there are other things that, you know, I have IRL expertise in, but being a mechanic is not one of them. I mean, don't get me wrong. If a battery needs changing, I'll change a battery or simple things like that. But anything that's a bit complicated, then it's off to the mechanics for it. Actually, coincidentally, we've got one of our cars, well, the daughter's car, not one of our cars, the daughter's car down. What we thought were the CV joints, and it was actually making a noise, a really bad clunky noise when you turn hard, say hard left or hard right. You know, when you got full lockdown, you know, you're going around a corner or you're taking a sharp bend. Not at speed, you know, looking at 30-40 kilometers an hour, you know, around a corner, and it was making a bit of a clunky noise, and thought it might be the CV joints. But no, of all things. Oh yeah. Of all things, and let me get back to my story in a moment. Meat Sack, now you are one of the cool kids, brother. Thank you very much for your subscription. Meat Sack, that is awesome. I really do appreciate you subscribing and supporting what I do here on the channel. It does mean a lot, and very appreciative of you throwing down a subscription there. One of the cool kids by subscribing to the channel. That is fantastic. Thank you again. Now I've lost my train of thought, haven't I? Oh yes, thought it was a CV joint. That's right, on the daughter's car, and took it down there yesterday. They said, oh, actually the wife did, because she actually knows more about cars than I do. Don't tell her that. I get a starter. I probably bought the wrong starter, haven't I? I took it down there. I told them about the CVs. They come back to us late yesterday afternoon. Said no, it's not the CV joint. It's actually the engine mounts, of all things. Apparently the engine mounts were worn and gave us the sort of that rattle, clunky, metal on metal sort of noise. So again, it's a good reasoning why you take things to specialists. About a V8. But I mean, the car that we took down there, as it was the eldest daughter's. I mean, it's her first car, so it's 10 years old, like that. So things like that tend to happen on a 10-15-year-old car. That's I wouldn't say it's been thrashed around, but it's certainly not as good as it was, you know, coming out of the showroom. So, you know, things like that you tend to almost expect. I would not be surprised if things like and the timing chain, sorry, timing belt on her particular car. Belt, not a chain. They might need replacing in the next few months as well, but only because those particular models are pretty well renowned for it. So you get to a certain mileage, and you just know that it's got to be pulled apart and put a new timing belt on it. A quick plug for myself, I suppose, for those who have just joined us and just hanging out in chat. Fantastic, thank you very much for doing that. As I was saying, do appreciate your company. But if you do enjoy your car mechanic, then there's a full range of repairs and restorations. There's a restoration series or restoration playlist, as well as a repair playlist on my channel there. By all means, more than welcome to go and check it out. I do regular content of car mechanic. I also do regular content of warships, World of Warships, and occasional content that's getting more and more thinner on the ground, I suppose, excuse the pun, but of Astroneer. We've got a series there going with Big Shadow and Little Shadow actually in Astroneer. So go and check that as well. But as I said, the car mechanic and World of Warships are probably my two main go-to games. And I play World of Warships with a gaming community here in Australia. If you're looking for a gaming community, you can go and check those out as well. I think I'm pretty sure I left a link in this particular description from memory. Look, let me know if it's not there. I forgot whether I put it in or not. So yeah, play World of Warships with AG7, as I said, a gaming community here. We're an Australian-based gaming community, but we've got members all over the world. And look, we've got people that regularly do YouTube. We've got people that regularly, like daily, Twitch. We got, just get that in there. We've even got people that run local radio programs, you know, gaming radio programs. So look, there's something for everyone. If you're not into your Sims games, if you're not into warships, then there's a full range of FPSs in there as well. Look, I'd be very surprised if you'd be struggling to find someone that doesn't play the same sort of genre game that you do. Quite honestly, whether it's warships, warplanes, Stellaris, Astroneer, PlayerUnknown, another one that's big at the moment. We regularly got PlayerUnknown tournaments going on. That's our Sunday Fun Days. In fact, we've got our own server up and running on Sundays, and we apparently end up with a full server on Sunday Fun Days. That's on our Sunday night. So check the link for details and bounce over to the website if you're interested in playing PlayerUnknown. Mr. Demon Waffle says you have Astroneer. Oh, awesome. Well, hit me up on Steam there, brother. That's not a problem at all. Oops, what have I missed? Round air filter cover. Let me just grab the round air filter cover. Round air filter cover. Yeah, no, certainly hit us up on Steam there. Got a Steam account, same name, and that way that you'll know when I go live in Astroneer. I haven't got a problem at all if you want to pop by while we are playing and you know, drop in on the same base and hang out. Not a problem at all. Often we're recording it, so just be aware. I mean, if we are recording, generally we will tell people that we are recording. But if you want to be notified of the time, excuse me, of the times I do go live, whether it's streams like this, whether it's as I said, streaming this or Astroneer or World of Warships, then there is the ye old Twitter, of course. Generally throw a post out to those who are on that to say, hey, I'm going live. If you want to drop by all means, drop on by. Yeah, no worries at all. Yeah, no, do that. Are you going to finish 2015 just before 18 comes out? I don't know whether there is a finish to 2015. Where does 2015 actually finish? I don't know whether it does have a finish point. I mean, if you define yourself being finished, you know, there's the dyno over there. I've had that for a while. The test bay in there, the paint shop, car park over there. You know, you head over here. You can go to the car strippings. You can go to the drag strips. Got all the all the DLC, well, most of the DLCs except for there's a DLC that gave you infinite money. Oh, sorry, not infinite. It was the a sandbox. That's what it was. The sandbox is the only DLC that I did not get in 2015. Look, call me a traditionalist. Call me a just sadistic. I don't know. Perhaps I just like the grind, but to me, to play a game like this and have infinite money, infinite experience, it's just open slather. So yeah, I can see the point where you can go in and play with any car and do what you want, but I just think it's more rewarding when you do it yourself, quite honestly. So yeah, that's what I was getting to, is that's the only DLC that I don't have. Parts condition 99%. Oil pan, that's what I'm missing. Stop gas bagging, Firmbie, and think about what you're doing. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. At least I'm consistent. I'm consistently either forgetting this oil pan, or consistently forgetting to not putting oil in it. I told you I'd be a hopeless mechanic in real life. I really would be. Yeah, here, love. Here's your car. I've fixed it up. I've repaired it. What? What do you mean? What do you mean it doesn't start? Oh, no, it didn't start when I had it. No, that's fine. That's the way it's supposed to be. No, you're supposed to have those missing parts. Yeah. How long do you reckon I'd get away with that? Get the sandbox. You can still have the regular DLCs from that in regular mode. Actually, that is true. Yes, you are right there. Because yeah, I remember reading that or watching a film clip on that. Now that you mention it, is that the sandbox is standalone, isn't it? It doesn't interfere with your regular mode. Yep, you have a fair point there. Okay, now we've actually come to the end of this full restoration of the Del Rey Custom. As you can see, parts condition at 100%, body condition 100%, car value 67,656, so good chunk of change. Quite often I'll sit down and work out what it costs to purchase it, the cost of the parts, and obviously we're able to equate what the return on investment is on these particular cars, but because it was a viewer request, I just grabbed it and didn't worry too much about crunching the numbers. I won't keep this one because it's already represented in the car park. So do we want to paint? Nah, let's not paint it. Let's sell it. Gone. 230,000 in the account. Nice, nice, nice. So what do we feel like to Mr. Demon Waffles? You sent a friend request. No problems at all. Thank you very much. Sorry, man. I've just seen that come up in the chat window there saying I chuck it on the dyno. Literally just sold it. Sorry about that. And that's the unfortunate thing about a live stream. Like there is a delay between what I say. By the time you see it, by the time I see your text, it's you know, what, 60 seconds later. Just stopped here for a coffee. No, literally, I am drinking coffee, which is stone cold, but now because there is a couple of people that are relatively new to the game, may not have seen it or unaware of it. A couple of things that people often walk past or aren't allude to. So let's go through a couple of easy steps now. One is this oil drain container here. You can pick that up. I mean, imagine there's a car up on the lifter there. Put that, look about there somewhere. Basically underneath this, you know, again pretending there's a car up there. Put that on the underneath the sump plug, and then you take the sump plug out, and hopefully if you've lined it up, the oil will drain straight into that. It will catch it, and you don't get a $100 fine for every time you throw water on the floor, throw oil on the floor. Sometimes I just can't be bothered, but it's there to be used. It's in game, so it's certainly in an early game where you're saving your dollars. That's worth doing. The other one is the garage customization. Just on this ladder here, you click on that, and these are optional upgrades. As you can see here, 1000 XP equals 1 point, and with each of those points there, you're able to get these different options of customizing your garage. Pretty simple, really. You know, you just click on whatever, you know, in the windows, changes the windows color. You look whatever you like, floor stripping. Again, whatever color palette that you'd prefer. So those customizations are in game. You just need to accumulate enough XP to be able to do that. So again, a lot of people, well, it's like anything, unless someone tells you that it's there, you may not know. What else can I show you? What else can I show you? Repair body frame. As the name suggests, that repairs the bodies of the cars that are in there. Now, obviously we've got nothing to select because there's no cars there, but to repair the body, you take all the panels off, obviously, and we'll actually grab a car while I'm talking. But when you do a panel repair, look, let's just take that job just for giggles. I will send you a friend request on Steam, not a problem at all. Might take some time, Steam isn't cooperating. Totally understand. Move that to the right lifter. Oh, you got a car there, and I was talking about the body. This is your body repair frame. Obviously now that we've got a car in the garage there, if you want to repair that body, you click on it, and in this case the body frame is already fixed. You don't have to do anything, but in the case where it does need repairing, it'll come up and say, look, you know, you need to spend $1,700 to it, or up $2,000, or whatever the cost of it is, and it'll repair the body itself. Okay. Let's get rid of finish job. Don't want you. Go away. FX boss, I hope I can get back before the stream ends. Well, to be honest, FX, I'm looking at just about winding it up. I plan to stream for about an hour, to be honest, and our hour is truly up. Sometimes I tend to go a little bit longer. Other times I'll just restrict it. I've just got a couple of things I need to do this afternoon, a couple of real life things, and then I may even get back to it a little bit later, to be honest. So hopefully some of you have got something out of the stream today. If you want to see a little bit more, as I was saying earlier, if you want to see a little bit more, then pop over to the channel by all means. If you wish to see more, chuck us a like, chuck us a subscription, or just view the footage that I've already got there. Entirely up to yourself. And look, I'm not here to ram it down your throat. If you want to hang around, that would be fantastic. If not, look, hey, sarah, sarah, and you know, thank you for your company anyway. Alright guys, as I said, I am going to wind it up and just go and do a couple of things. I'm looking at getting back a little bit later this afternoon, so if you want to know when I do go live, as I was saying earlier, go and attach yourself to the Steam account or Twitter. God, words in English. Add yourself to Twitter. You'll get all the stuff that way. That's what I'm trying to say. You're back, FX boss. Not a problem at all. Look. Yep, not a problem at all. I was just winding it up, to be honest there, mate. We've been going for a little bit over an hour, so I want to wind it up. And I've got a couple of things that I need to do this afternoon. It's about, it's actually 2:45 in the afternoon here in Australian time, so a couple of things before the afternoon gets away from me. I am looking at getting back online a little bit later. But I generally tweet out to people that, you know, when I am going to live. So if you want to get those, then the link is in the description below. So guys, look, I want to thank you very much for your company. I really do appreciate it. It's been awesome to meet you all. It really has. And look, I'll look forward to your company in the next one.